should really be using this music program to record music, but I have yet to do any of that. I have all this nice gear and talent. Just a wasted potential. Getting high with my friend and talking about pop culture. It's not wasted potential. It's the Fortress of Solid Dudes. Welcome. That doesn't have to be how we start.
Okay. I was just like, oh, we're starting? He's on my face.
I could throw it in there. I'll just throw it in there. Maybe we should, at the end of episodes, we should have, these are the alternate beginnings that we could have went with, but we didn't. That'd be terrible. For who to listen to. Who? So, Alex, I hear there's a possibility that Hugh Jackman will be in the Marvel Universe. I hear things all over the internet, but I hear possibly that it won't be as Wolverine. It'll be as a new character in the Marvel Universe.
Like who?
I don't know. These are just rumors. These are just things that I've heard on other podcasts and other things being posted on Reddit. I can't really seem to figure it out, honestly. It's just something I heard literally before we started hanging out. Who would you want to see Hugh Jackman play in the Marvel Universe if he wasn't playing Wolverine?
Dude, you really heard that, though?
I heard a few things.
Why are they doing that?
I don't know if they're doing it or not.
I think for continuity's sake, I think it'd be cool to just have him play Old Man Logan instead of just like... Oh, wait. But
He died.
That's right. He did die, and they're redoing the... Like, they're starting from the beginning with, like, Jean Grey and all them as teams, right?
Maybe. They still have all those other movies.
I would assume that's why they push those movies back, don't you think?
Maybe.
They're trying to include them into the universe now.
Possibly. Is it official that deal officially sold? I typed into Google and it didn't say the deal is done. I haven't seen that deal.
I thought it did say the deal was done.
No, initially when everybody's freaking out about it, it was just something that they've been talking about. Nothing has been officially deal sealed.
Well, y'all need to make it official. Quit playing. But I'm assuming. It just makes sense. I went into my Myles conspiracy theories on it.
I bet he's just going to play like a digital character. Like the Thing or something. Like he's just a voice. You know what I mean?
Hugh Jackman's so stupid.
He would be good. Would he be good as... He wouldn't be good as Reed Richards.
Who do you want to play Wolverine?
Who would I want to play Wolverine?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they cast him as Venom. I'd love Tom Hardy as Wolverine, but they cast him as Venom.
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but he's Venom now, and that's a shared universe. And that's a legit movie. When I was out in L.A., everybody listening, for like last week for vacation with Isabel. Shout out, our one true fan. But we were out in L.A. and I saw Venom posters in the movie theater, so it's a legit thing. Outside of, I guess there's teaser trailers and stuff too. Yeah, I don't really know if the Hugh Jackman thing's true or not. I just kind of thought it was funny. Who else? I mean, who could you play? I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like everybody's been cast, right? What if he played Adam Warlock? No.
Nah.
He should play like digital Ben Grimm or something. That'd be cool. If that's who Ben Grimm was before he was the Thing, that could be cool. I don't know. Do you want some like Boston guy to be like, I'm the Thing, hey, in the Marvel Universe?
First of all, Ben had a Brooklyn accent, number one.
Okay.
So what are you even talking about?
Reed Richards?
Reed Richards. These are good ones. We should have came up with some predictions before we just haphazardly jumped on these mics with you all. And we apologize for our unprofessional... I'm just playing. We tight.
Professional.
It's very professional.
I just made 2 good predictions.
You did.
He's going to be a Fantastic Four person. He wouldn't be Johnny Torch.
Man.
Unless he was Victor Von Doom.
You know who I want to see play the Human Torch?
Who?
One of the twins from Zack and Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Which I don't know those actors. Describe more. Or from where? Zack and Cody?
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Hold on 1 second.
Pause podcast. I'm gonna have to already edit this shit.
Shut up. Anodyne Coffee was calling me probably for an interview. Oh, I'm sorry, Myles.
It's okay. Pause. Ready Player One in 4D, and I saw Isle of Dogs, Wes Anderson. What do you want to talk about first? We can do spoiler-free talks, to some degree.
Why don't you tell us about Isle of Dogs? I kind of want to see that movie.
The new Wes Anderson movie. It's a dog movie. People seem to be up in arms that like some of the characters, because it takes place in Japan, aren't played by Asian characters. Okay. I have to say, I have to like really like throw those aside because half the cast speaks in whatever language, Mandarin. Speaks in the Japanese characters speak in Mandarin, and it's not subtitled. You just see them like running around and like screaming at each other, like full on scenes. And every now and then they have like the lady from Fargo plays the American translator. It's a really adorable movie. I mean, it has all of its quirks and stuff, but it's pretty weird. It's kind of like the Fantastic Mr. Fox. We're in the same animation, but it's a totally different story, and it just feels a little bit more. I don't know. It doesn't feel like the same tone. It's like a different tone. Wrecking it. It's kind of a story about like a kid who loses his dog.
Dude. I'll go see it.
Kid loses his dog, or Basically, it's like in a city where the mayor bans all dogs because they're sick in a bunch of ways, and then he bans all the dogs to Garbage Island, and then we see the first dog that gets banned on TV it turns out to be the dog that is hired to be his adopted or his nephew's. He has his nephew with him because his parents are dead, and he wants him to be like a big deal. So, and he's like a big overlord kind of evil dictator sort of guy with all these side henchmen and stuff. So they give him the dog, and the dog is a translator so they can talk and they love each other. But eventually they send his dog to Dog Island, and he goes missing. And then we meet up with basically Willem Dafoe. Oh, no, not Willem Dafoe. There's like 5 dogs. There's basically Jeff Goldblum, Bill Murray, Jeff Goldblum, Bill Murray. Who the fuck are the other dogs? Some other guy. All the Wes Anderson.
Ooh, I love this movie.
Edward Norton. Fuck you. Edward Norton. A bunch of people.
I know. There's a bunch of people who
and
have...
Bryan Cranston.
Yep, all the people who have like Wes Anderson E-type voices and tones, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I like about Wes Anderson, and I don't even know what it is. It's like all his movies, you can tell a Wes Anderson movie. It's the soundtrack coupled with the like simplistic quirkiness that he has. Like really is, it puts a warm, fuzzy, nostalgic feeling in my stomach, like being in a kindergarten class or something.
Yeah.
And like just being fond of remembering being just a small child and like, ooh, colors.
He has very modern music, but it also sounds very, kind of pasty.
Yeah.
It's like the 60s, 70s pop songs that no one has ever heard of.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying that to Isabel. I was like, how do they have so many songs that we've never heard of? They should get a list. They should have a list of songs they will predict that will be on his albums and just check them off over the years. Because he just has a particular sound, and it's almost like you never hear these songs out of anywhere. And then they become consumed by everybody in an awesome way because no one's ever like heard of these certain songs or whatever.
What do you think is a good movie you think Wes Anderson should remake?
I don't think he should remake any movie. I like his original ideas.
Yeah, but he'd probably make it really original, whatever he remakes. So play the game.
Uncool. Is to remake a movie?
Yeah.
I'd want him to make a Muppet movie.
Yeah?
That'd be
Oh my
wonderful.
god, that'd be awesome. Awesome.
That would really be great cinematography with the Muppets.
I was thinking I think he'd make a really interesting Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
With the Muppets.
No, without the Muppets.
The
Let's
Oompa
see how
Loompas can
he
be
do it.
Muppets.
It'd be like
me.
really funny. Like
Do we really need another Willy Wonka? A third?
No, I'm
second
just
reboot, third incarnation.
God.
But just
Leave
how
it
would
to
you-
Myles, guys.
to wreck it? Yes.
Wreck
Dumb.
my
Stupid
dreams.
idea.
This is a stupid idea.
No, what would you do?
Wes Anderson, why don't you go ahead and do that though?
What if he did The Wiz? Then you'd be upset.
I'd be very upset.
Did like a white person version of The Wiz. Wait a minute.
I'll kill you.
That doesn't make sense.
I will kill you
because
right
it's
now.
already
Get out.
the original version. And, this is weird. No, I'm just joking. You done, son. No, it was a good movie though. It had all the cute songs like you're pointing out. It had a lot of like cool drumming and everything. Eventually, the kid flies to the island to save his dog. They have a big adventure, and there's conspiracy to keep the dogs sick because there's a scientist who's like, "God damn it, whatever happened to man's best friend?" That's like the whole thing in the beginning, because the scientists do cure and find treatments for everything, but then they just assassinate him with poison. In this really awesome scene where you see like the Wes Anderson hands, but with clay people. You know how the camera looks down, sees them opening a book or reading a note, something. He's taking all these live animals and murdering them and turning them into food, and by the end you're like, that shit looks good. I would eat that. Like that shit was alive a minute ago, and now it's like dead. Like the fish's head's next to its body, like, and they have like a tentacle, and they just beat it with a hammer. But they poison him. That's the scene I'm describing as the food prepping before him. Just little details like that of the culture that are really cute. And eventually the kids win, and there's like a school press that's led by a bunch of kids, and one of them's like a foreign exchange student, and her dog is incidentally tied in the mix on the island, and she's just like, I'm gonna report her, and I'm gonna get to the business. So all the they have like a there's a whole conspiracy.
I'm a reporter, and I'm gonna get to the business.
You know what I mean? She's trying to like expose this kid who's flown his plane across the water to Dog Island to save whatever. Because they send like drones and shit after him, and like robot dogs. Like, I can't smell that dog. And it's a robot dog. And they find ways around it and shit like complete spoilers obviously at this point if you're still listening to this podcast for some reason. Like his spy dogs have bomb teeth. They have spy teeth, so they shoot them out and they blow up. And it's like, technically I can do that 36 more times, but then I won't be able to eat my food. Just stupid shit like that. And Jeff Goldblum's character is always like, I heard a rumor. So like, I think Spots is over with the cannibal dogs. And he's like, I heard a rumor. Those dogs are crazy. He's just always saying stuff like, I heard a rumor. And it's really funny. And at the end, they're like, where do you hear these rumors? And he's just like, I love gossip. And it's like, so Jeff Goldblum's character is like the sassy dog. You know?
Man, Jeff Goldblum, if you don't get your ass out of here.
He's great.
I love gossip.
And they have scenes where they're like, let's take a vote. Or like you see like the main 5 dogs. Because Bryan Cranston is dirty and he's all black and you think that he's Spots, but it turns out they clean him and he's the brother lead. He's the brother of the lead, Spots.
I was going to be like, dirty and all black.
Well, that's the thing. He's like, when he meets each other, because Spots loves the kid who comes for him. And the kid also crashes and he hurts his brain, so he's got like shit sticking out of his head and he's like bleeding and stuff. They're like, I don't think he's doing too hot. Like that's what they're saying the whole time. And he's just like, oh, it's a and just like having his own movie that we don't understand going on the entire time. He's chiming in on every scene. We're just like, but he has this whole thing where Bryan Cranston's character is all just like a badass, and he's like, I bow to no man. I've been astray forever. And we find out that he was picked up once, but he bit the kid, so he's just like, I know I was afraid. I don't know why I was afraid. And the kid's trying to like get him to play fetch, and he's just like, I'm not your pet or whatever. I'm not gonna wait for you. Okay, I'll get the stick, but I'm not doing that for your friend. Right. Meanwhile, like the other dogs get pulled away, and they're going through like some death trap because they're like on conveyor belts everywhere, and they go through like the death trap that's supposed to kill dogs. And you see them, and all the things are missing them, and they're like, if it worked, we would have been dead by now, right? Like they're just avoiding all the traps. So it's like the story of Bryan Cranston's dog and the kid become bonding and exchanging roles because Spots is like, I got kids now, and can I be relieved of duty? And he hands it off, and eventually the kids win, and somehow the mayor gets killed or something, and he becomes the president. It's a movie all about, incidentally, the kids take over because the adults suck. Basically the same thing in Ready Player One, if we wanted to transition into that at some point. It's the same story, in the sense where in that movie that's kids fighting for the internet and wanting to win it from the corporate overlords. So you have like 2 white directors talking about the same shit, one being like the indie guy and one being Steven Spielberg. But that's Ready Player One. But no, Isle of Dogs is really great. It was really cute. Blah 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 blah. Thanks for listening to me wreck it. I don't know. Aesthetically looked good. He's got this weird side project where he can just do animated movies on the side in between his like live action movies.
Can we talk about your time in LA?
It was fun. I went to the Griffith Observatory and like saw the stars show in the planetarium. Fucking amazing. Totally like cried. Learned about the stars, constellations. Part of it is that they just have really good sound in LA. Like everything has big speakers, so it's like, and now we begin. Like this lady came out, she's just holding like a sun globe, and she's just like, welcome to the Griffith Observatory. Sometimes we look at the stars, dark matter, the universe, with and then like the blah, 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 and I'm just like, holy fuck, this is awesome. But Griffith Observatory, a ton of La La Land locations and stuff, like little tiny trains. Ate a ton of great food. If we're gonna talk about Ready Player One, we should talk about how I got the tickets. I was on the Kevin Smith podcast.
Yeah, that's what I want you to talk about.
I'm gonna talk about fast because you can just see it on YouTube.
Yeah, you can see it on YouTube. Just give us the 1-2 about the sitch.
Well, we basically do our podcast because we love their podcast.
Yeah, like tell the folks out there what happened when you in the video.
Well, I was just like, we should see if they have a show. Oh shit, they got a show tonight. So we went to the Star Wars Cantina Bar where they do Kevin Smith and Mark Bernardin, and their podcast, Fat Man on Batman, and it's pretty funny. And they talked about shit, and I got to ask a question, and we basically just went back and forth about like Avengers and stuff. And at the end, I dropped my common knowledge that I'm always trying to like scream about the time travel thing. That we know is not going to happen, but it fucking should happen. The Doctor Strange, Peter Parker, Fantastic Four alternate ending. It should fucking happen. But I got to say it on a more popular podcast. So now if it ever fucking does happen, we know for a fact I'm the only fucking person to say it. But overall, it was just fun getting to talk to like your YouTube heroes, and they're like sitting there looking at you. You're just like, this is fucking weird because I always watch them just in my bedroom, and now the screen's just a little bit bigger, and it's like actually like, oh,
I can touch you.
And like every time I've gone to comic book conventions and met someone like Kevin Smith, or like I've gone to Kevin Smith things before and gotten asked questions when I was younger. It's always weird because just like I don't get starstruck, but I definitely love Silent Bob. I definitely always just kind of go, oh, this is fucking funny. This is so weird. It's fucking Silent Bob. I want to be in one of his movies. I love this guy. I mean, before I would say like I love Stanley Kubrick. He's like my visual guy. Without Stanley Kubrick, I would have never been into Easter eggs or noticing shit in movies because Stanley Kubrick only has so many movies. So after I watched all those, it's like, oh, let's just explore other movies as much as you fucking can because you got to get what you can to get your fix. I feel like Kevin Smith is the audio commentary guy because when I was a young guy, they would always do commentary tracks, and that shit would make me laugh my ass off. And then you do the Q&As, which is just a great door into going to the comic book conventions and stuff. So it was pretty cool to meet one of your podcast role models. The Pixar guys, hey brother, they're doing an Incredibles showing in Washington D.C. I really want to go to it. Just like meet all my podcast hero friends.
Dude, The Incredibles is great. But you got tickets from there, right?
I did. I got to 4D tickets. Have you ever heard of that shit?
Yeah.
It's like fucking a roller coaster where the seat moves, but also if you get punched, you get punched. And I mean, I saw Ready Player One. They spared no expense with the 4D experience. Literally anything, like people walking, you just felt the chair go boom, boom, boom. I mean, a fucking xenomorph popped out of the big arm guy from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
The xenomorph just popped out of it's just they shot us with water and shit. It's ridiculous. I mean, if you haven't heard, Ready Player One is? It's like the Steven Spielberg video game movie.
Yeah.
For those at home. Like,
you're welcome.
Hey,
partnership over here.
I don't know. What do you think when you see Ready Player One is a movie where kids are in the future. They're basically doing the Matrix. They're fighting for their version of Reddit, and they can be avatars of anyone they want to be, whether it be Han Solo, Miles Davis, Gandalf.
Well, from what in the preview, it didn't really. I was indifferent to it. Excuse me, I was indifferent to it. I wasn't going to go see it, but some people that say they saw it, like you, they say it's pretty good. They say it's insane and it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, the real world stuff's pretty good. The guy from Rogue One plays the villain who made the Death Star, the white general.
Okay.
Who's just like, Darth Vader, you stole my credit, and he's like, don't choke on your ambitions. This is like the worst part of that fucking movie. But he basically plays the same character. He's like an overlord working for this corporation. He used to intern for the guy Shaun of the Dead and the dude their version of the guy who created this internet, who loves movies and Easter eggs. And
Shaun of the Dead.
Well, he's the other guy.
I know. I'm just laughing because I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Is it Sean something?
Simon Pegg.
Simon. It is Simon Pegg. He plays like the co-creator, but the main creator with glasses like dies, and he's like, I set up an alternate Easter egg hunt. So if you can find my knowledge and stuff and get all the keys, you basically win the internet and $1 trillion, and you can control the world because the world is like falling to shit. People are living on like trailers stacked on top of each other, or at least a good portion of the population, and everybody's just living in this internet world and like spending all their money on it, because in that world you can die and come back, but if you die you lose everything you've gained. So like there's one character, TJ Miller, we never see him, but he plays one of the like Boba Fett kind of dudes, like the helper to the villain. He's pretty funny. He just is improvising the whole time. Like he has this like neck ache he's always complaining about and stuff, but he there's one part he's like, whoa, are you kidding, man? I got like 10 years of shit in this body. And when he dies, billions of coins and guns shoot out everywhere.
Okay.
So like when people die, you can collect coins.
Yeah.
There's a great part when it starts. He's like, I'm just going to start in the back. And it's like, man, are you really that low on coins that you're just going to pick up coins from people as they die? It's like, yeah. So like, there's a ton of weird gamer jokes and shit in it. And I was really surprised. It's like a really fun gamer movie.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Like Hello Kitty shows up in it. I mean, there's so much stuff I hear that's in it that I don't even know. There's stuff I had to look up. I noticed things like Gandalf or, I mean, one of my favorites, which is an obvious, you see it in the trailer, is the Gundam shows up for like a few minutes, and Gundam and Iron Giant fight in Mega Godzilla.
That's pretty cool.
And you're just like, what the actual fuck? But it's got like a lot of weird social commentary. It's got a lot of weird internet dating stuff going on, because she's like, you wouldn't want to meet me in the real life. You wouldn't like me, who I am. And then he meets her and she's really hot. And it's just like, whatever. Well, she's got like a birthmark or whatever, but it's like, doesn't even matter. And then you find out all of his friends are just like a rainbow cast to the Goonies. So, I mean, spoiler alert, they win and beat the bad guys.
Of course.
And they're like, we're going to share the internet without saying it's a...
Did they have sex?
Well, she touched he has like an all body suit where he can feel everything. So you see her like hand lights go down his dong. He's like, whoa. But I was thinking about that, like in the last battle. Why would you wear the whole bodysuit? Because you could feel all the pain. Why wouldn't you just not wear that? I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Plot hole.
I wouldn't say plot hole. Just kind of like a.
Not making sense.
Well, there's stuff like when they're trying to beat the first challenge, no one can get the race because King Kong just kills you in the end. Mm-hmm. So the main character finds out, like, looking through the memories of the guy's internet, because he filmed every moment of his life or recreated it so you can explore his memories. Why no one else thought of that except the main character? Like, there's not plot holes. There's just, I know the gamer community, and they would have tried to drive that car every direction, upside down, on the other street, backwards, not in a car. Like, it wasn't until, like, the main character figured out an alternate way to race the like, I'm not trying to wreck it, but he finds an alternate way to race through clues in the guy's memory to do that. And you're like, you telling me someone wouldn't, some like 11-year-old kid wouldn't just know how to like ninja his way through that last level, or like power run, like how people go through a glitched wall and they like pop out in the last level kind of shit. I wouldn't call them plot holes. Just, you just know a gamer kid would have kicked that game's ass in like a minute. It wouldn't have been like, it wouldn't have taken like all of the economy to go after it. And also, the corporation guys, they have 1 billion people working for them. So they should have just got it in general. But also, all their people are just like Stormtrooper blank, like 101, the company's name. Mm-hmm. Why aren't they avatars? Why aren't those people? I would be like, we should all get Boba Fett's. We need these 30 Boba Fett's on a mission. But it was a good movie. It's basically a Steven Spielberg movie at the heart, with all these like fun, lovable moments and like subtle social commentary without leaning too far to the left, you know, like so people on the right can see what he's talking about,
right?
But like Goonies magic, and also like a ton of movie magic. I mean, the Batmobile gets fucked up. There's the fucking dinosaur from Jurassic Park. Chucky shows up, he's just killing people. You see like the park where everybody's in virtual mode and their thing goes red. Or you see one part where Godzilla falls over and it's the shape of Godzilla falling on all the people. Died. Well, like it's like the red lights make the shape of it and stuff.
That's pretty cool.
But I mean, there's so much shit. I saw Harley Quinn in it for a bit, just dancing with the Joker. They're like, what the fuck? Like, they looked up. There's Battletoads. I saw the Halo guys. I'm trying to think. I saw the Hello Kitty gang just walking by. Beetlejuice was there for a bit. I mean, like, it's fucking ridiculous. There's Easter eggs like I saw on the kid's wall. He had the poster to the mayor from Back to the Future. Mm-hmm. Just ridiculous shit like that. Apparently, he like dresses up as Prince in the mirror. He's like, should I go as this? No, should I go as this? And he goes in like the Michael Jackson clothes. There's tons of fun shit like that. The Mad Max car is in the race. Apparently Luigi's in the race, like on the Mario Kart. I didn't see that shit though. Oh yeah, the Akira bike is probably one of my favorite things. The Akira bike kicks major ass. I mean, we could talk about it for hours. I don't know, Alex. I've talked for most of this podcast. God, I really apologize.
You talk so much.
It's the first time that I've actually had a lot to talk about. And all I really did was wreck all these wonderful movies. Sorry.
How dare you wreck all these wonderful movies? But you know what else?
What?
C2,
E2, C2, E2. Do you want to explain?
We're going to go to C2E2.
What is C2E2?
It's a comic book convention.
Where?
In Chi-Town.
Who are you going to go as?
Okay, guys. Look, I know I went as Beast last year, and I wanted to go as M'Baku, but I did not have the time, nor the resources, nor the funds on such a short notice. But I'm going as Beast again, but there are going to be some modifications to my costume, and I'm real excited about. I ditched the cat eye contacts, and actually, you know what? And I think this is going to be kind of cool, Myles, because I know you kind of gave me the boo for doing the same costume I did last year.
No, Sexy Beast. We've decided.
Well, yeah, I'm going to be Sexy Beast, y'all.
Not Professor Beast.
Not Professor Beast, nah. No, we're going to have to put the books down. Let's talk about some things, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I got a full beard now, so it's going to be a lot more fun because I have a lot more hair on my face, and then I got the fake hair. And I think I'm just going as Beast in like if Beast was a black dude. I don't know. Like, you know, like how his hair is, like, I think it's kind of cool.
Who he's not, is he?
He's not what?
Is he always white? Sometimes?
Yeah, he's always been white. Yeah.
But whatever. But when he's blue, then he's black, because it's like Skeeter's blue.
Because he's a monkey, right?
No, because Skeeter's blue from the dog.
Yeah, you're right. That's not the song.
No, that's his sister's song. That's the song I like the most. You know what I'm talking about? Yes. If she shows up that jazzy song
dude.
and the duck theme comes up.
But no, this time around I ditched the cat eye contacts, and I think I'm just taking what was comfortable for me at the last C2E2 as Beast and what wasn't.
You were wearing clothes. This time you'll be naked.
This time I'm gonna be making. Well, yeah, I mean, like I lost 18 pounds. My confidence is up.
Hey.
Hey. And now my physique is a little bit better. So I thought, hey, why not? Why not be a dreamy beast? So what I'm going to do, okay, is I'm gonna have some whiskers. I'm taking the cat eye contacts out. Those were annoying, actually. They look cool. Remember I had those blue ones?
Yeah. No contacts?
I don't want to know.
So we're all just being lazy this year.
That's not, dude. That is not lazy. Matter of fact, when you see my costume, I'm probably gonna kill everybody once again walking through that door. But like, I'm gonna make my skin's gonna be blue, but it's gonna be having more elements of color in there.
How are you doing it without Ivy?
Ivy's doing my makeup,
But she's not coming?
no, I'm paying her $100.
Nice.
You guys.
That's why Ivy's doing it.
Yeah, that was what I led with. I was like, and she's like, she's in between jobs, so she was like, yeah, and I have all this time to focus on it. And when Ivy focuses, y'all, Ivy's like one of the best.
She
people.
hocus pocus focus.
She hocus pocus focus. Okay. No, she's a great person to go to for like, cause she has a lot of experience like making costumes and doing makeup for like plays and stuff, and she worked with prosthetics before, so like, we're gonna incorporate whiskers. Well, I'm just gonna be like really, I'm gonna tote the line of being feral, like more feral than I was last time.
Pharaoh?
Feral,
Oh, what's that mean?
like wild,
Oh, nice.
wild animal. So I'm gonna have like my whiskers, and they're not gonna be like uniform. They're kind of just gonna be in my beard and like poking out and like kind of scraggly. And then and then I got a lot more hair. I'm gonna have my shirt open a little bit more. I'm gonna have some chest hair coming up. I'm gonna be blue, a little bit of green, a little bit of. She said she has red and yellow. She's gonna incorporate in there, and I'd love to see how she does this. But I think and like
Wait,
even
in what part? What part's red and
into
yellow?
my skin.
So you'd be like purple.
I don't know what she's doing.
Does she know you have to be blue?
She knows. She did my makeup last year. Remember?
I know. I'm just teasing.
So yeah, I don't know what she's gonna do, but I know I full on trust her. And if you guys want to do a cosplay and kick it up a notch with makeup, I say you need to get at Ivy Shinewater on Facebook.
She's great.
She is phenomenal.
And she's fun.
She's so fun.
She also does not take shit, which I've
So-
experienced many times.
So yep. Yep. So don't play with her, cause she'll snap you up. But yeah, we're gonna go to C2E2. I have some friends that are going. Myles has some friends that are
I
going.
have a ton of friends.
We all.
Isabel Brandon, Beck. That's her name. And then who you, Alex?
My
Who
friend
you, Alex? Right?
My friend Drew and David.
Did David buy his ticket or Drew?
David bought a ticket. I didn't tell Drew yet. Thank you for reminding me. I'll send him the link right now. But
Yeah, because it's cheaper.
yeah.
I'm gonna try to get autographs from Mark Wade. I already have autographs from Eric Powell, but he will be there, so I can get more autographed, which is great.
More autograph.
More autograph. What if I was like, can you autograph the same comic book but on top of that last autograph? Will that double in value? I'd be like, what? Also, actually, last time I went, it was when he was packing up, and I almost missed him, so I just ran up real fast. I also need more Goon stickers because he gives out Goon stickers. So much to say about. Last time I basically just snuck in a real quickie through the back door as he was just like loading his box up. He's a fan of the Packers. I got his Son of Sodomy, Volume 2. I think I got Hillbilly Volume 1. I got some of my favorite. I think I got my Mike Mignola, Hellboy Eric Powell autographed, which I didn't get autographed by Mike Mignola, which fucking sucks. Because I could have had Eric Powell autograph it, but I can't remember if Eric Powell or Mike Mignola autographed it. Either way, I can't read what the autograph says, so I don't know which one did it. And it's like, fuck, I have to get... I really fucked this one up. Brian Michael Bendis is going to be there. One of Marvel's steadfast writers talking about moving to DC. Mike Millar is going to be there, but it costs money to do anything with him, so we're just going to go to one of his panels. I'm going to spend a bunch of money. I'm going as cosplay as Marco. And Isabel, my girlfriend, is going as Alana from Saga, so I'm going to have horns and pointy ears. And she's just going to have blue hair and wings and a nice bum, but she always has that. That's not part of the costume.
And a nice bum.
No, Saga's a great comic book, and
I can't wait. Actually, it looks really interesting. I
It's
think I want to try it.
It's one of my favorite comic books. It's written by Brian K. Vaughan, who also wrote the Ex Machina comic book, the political one, not the movie Ex Machina. Anyway, Why the Last Man? I think he's like one of my favorite comic book authors. And Saga is sort of like his exploration into like being a parent and like dealing with raising a child in his crazy world, but told through a weird sci-fi version. Because in this world, Marco, as you can see, is the guy with horns and pointy ears. If you look on my thing right here, and Alana is got like wings, and their two cultures are at war. This like entire universe encapsulating war, but it's just a machine to keep political alternate methods of fucked up sexual science sci-fi exploration involved. But they have a kid, and everyone's chasing after them, but they're just trying to have a family. That's a really fast paraphrase. There's also a character who's basically Bruce Willis called the Will, who loves this weird, he's like a hitman, and there's this whole culture of hit people who are just like, Han Soloing everybody, and they're fucking horrible. Like one of them has a knife that extends, or like a weird jousting sword. It's like one of my least favorite weapons in anything. Like it should have been in fucking Ready Player One. They would have killed a million people because it's the worst weapon ever. But he's got like this girlfriend who's a spider with like big tits but no arms, like it's a human body on a spider. There's like a heroin planet where they all trip balls and they see like their past regrets. There's an abortion planet. There's just all this really weird. They just like any weird thing they can talk about. They like explore the fucked upness of it, but kind of like the beautiness of the human body and the human spirit. I don't know. It's weird. Their other villain, the TV. There's a whole race of TV people, and like they show their emotions without being able to control it. They're fucked up. They just kill anything that moves, and they got one of them with them. It's really bizarre. It's Brian K. Vaughan also worked on Lost, so it has a lot of what's this about, and then you get an answer, and then there's a whole new mystery, but more rewarding as opposed to that just being a weird sick. Whereas Lost is like a soap opera. I feel like that's about ratings and trying to like that's a different form of storytelling where a bunch of people are contributing. This is just this guy's brainchild. He's not gonna be there though. We're just talking about the costumes. C2E2, other things. Did you buy anything last time? You just walked around, took photos with kids, basically.
Yeah, that's all I could do was take pictures. I couldn't do anything.
No one likes my costumes.
I was eating a hot dog, y'all. Like I took my fangs out to eat lunch real quick. And somebody was taking a picture of me as Beast eating a hot dog. And I was like, come on, dude. Let me eat my lunch. It was crazy. I couldn't do anything. I didn't have time to buy it.
You should just put like a bag over your head when you're...
It was just...
Like, leave me alone.
But it was nice, though. People enjoyed it. So I was just fucking like, just took pictures with everybody.
Mm-hmm. And you expect to do that again?
Yeah.
I could have went as
Bill. I'm pretty sure I will.
I wanted to go as Bill Murray again to see if I got more people noticed, but I wanted to do something different. And I'm excited. I got my cool horns in my ears, my low budget horns and ears.
This is a new year, you know what I'm saying?
Like, a whole new year.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
A new fantastic cosplay.
I'm like a shooting star. I come so
now I'm in a whole new. Oh, dude, went to Disneyland. One of my favorite parts is
Myles went to Disneyland.
I love fucking It's a Small World After All because they've updated it and shit. Like you see Toy Story characters and shit. But what's great is all this. They must have recorded the song and all different genres and instruments on one track, because when you go to each part, you can hear the next part. It's playing the next track, which means that they recorded all the parts at once. So you could just play all the tracks at once, and it'd probably just sound like that. But the room like divides it, and when you go by one of them, you just hear doo 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 doo. But like, as the boat's going, it's
where's that at?
And It's a Small World After All. Like, it's a small world after all.
They still got that?
Yeah, but you go through other countries and it changes, and then you go through other movies and it becomes like a fucking... It's fucking insane the way the ride's timed out with... Because there's so much sound. Like, if you were on, like, fucking Molly, I'm just going to say it, you'd hear all of it at once. You wouldn't be able to control it. You'd be like, whoa, I can't handle this. But, like, the way you go into each section... You just hear parts, but my favorite part of it was when you went by like a fucking little Aladdin one, and you just heard a little flute in the same key, like it's a small world after all, small world after all, doo 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 doo. And I was like, holy fucking shit, that's magical. Basically, anytime one of their big speakers did something to fireworks and you heard a whole new world, I was just like, oh, I love that shit. Because when you see the fireworks, it's not just fireworks. They have like Star Wars at the movie theater sound everywhere. And, like, their trees look like they have fucking little fairies in them and shit, like actual lights floating around. And everything looks like the cleanest city, so everyone's watching fireworks. And you just hear fucking music. So when you're, like, making out or, like, having your kid fall asleep on your shoulder, it, like, fucking is like you're in a movie. And you're just like, Jesus Christ, this is fucking
I've heard
amazing.
Lots of people, like, my friend was like, I cried.
I cried so much this whole trip to LA. It was ridiculous. I felt... Disneyland particularly.
Disneyland will pull the tears off of the toughest... gentlemen.
I felt like Monk from fucking Men in Black, my head was just getting blown up and growing back. Every fucking thing I went into. My favorite rides were the little kid rides where you went into a movie and you like went into like a cart. That shit's legit produced. The best one is Snow White's Scary Ride. It's legitimate terrifying. Like witches are coming out and like lightning and dragons and shit. And you're like, holy shit! If I was a kid, I'd be terrified. This is some fucking classic Disney shit right here. I mean, all the shit was good. The Star Wars land isn't open yet, so we didn't get to do that. There's honestly like 3 parts. We didn't go to Adventureland. We barely went to. We saw some of it, but there was a water show going on. There's like 2 million people trying to watch this water show.
Doesn't Adventureland have the comic book stuff there?
They have a Guardians of the Galaxy area. They're getting rid of
Adventure.
I heard somebody in line. We were talking to somebody in line because I just love being friendly with people there, and everybody's great at being friendly back. At least if they don't have a little baby crying or something. They are saying that the Bugs Life area is getting turned into Avengers Land or something because it's next to the Guardians thing. But I didn't go in the Guardians thing because it's just the Tower of Terror, just re-envisioned with Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just like, that sounds fucking stupid. Just like, what the fuck? Just like leave the old ride. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Like if it's going to be the exact... I thought that they were going to re-envision it because they were just using the space for something. Like a Guardians of the Galaxy, go to the 12 floors of fucking cool Easter egg rooms. That's what I thought it would have been, but it's like, oh, it's just the same elevator ride, but with Yondu or something. I was just like, that's fucking stupid. Why did you get rid of the classic ride? You know?
Yeah, they should have just kept the other one.
We did. I mean, I could talk about it forever. My favorite part was Cars Land because it's literally the city of Cars from Cars 1, envisioned as a live action. You can go in the fucking museum. Like everything is fucking legit. It's fucking amazing. I wanted you to be there so bad.
I wanted to be there too.
I was like, oh man, I was like, I want to come back here with all my best friends and just have them realize that this literally is fucking the. Disney really sold it, man. They won. I finally have given up. They win. I talk a lot of shit about them, but they win. After that one, I was just like, so impressed. It's like you go to like when you walk in and you see all the cities and stuff and all the little shops. You're just like, this is what I wanted every vacation to be like, every city to be like, but the world sucks. This is great. They have something like it's like a fake city. You know what I mean? This is what I'm getting at. It's like super clean. Mm-hmm. Everybody's just happy and no one's hating on anybody. There's no like politics plays a role in nothing. It's just fuck yeah. It's like from everybody. It's really cool.
Good. I'm glad you had a good time.
I was impressed. I saw the young Jedi. They came out. They were all like signed up to be like young Jedi. So they were training them and they fought Darth Vader. Totally cried. I was just like, if I had that when I was a child,
that would have been.
I can only imagine how happy they are right now. And I was just like, oh my god, it's so amazing. I talk about it for hours, honestly. We saw fucking like we saw part of the water show, and like they had like shooting everything with the Fantasia music. This is like literally 30 minutes before the fireworks. So the 2 parts have literally everyone in the world. Anyone who's got a week pass that's at a hotel, they all came for this. Like if they weren't there all day, more people have come into Disneyland for this part. It fucking sucks. Because they got security guys like, go, just you can't stay here, go. And I'm like, how has someone's drunk father not beat the fuck out of these people? Because I'm not drunk and I want to hurt these people. I know they're just doing the job, but like, let me fucking see the goddamn show. So like that's going off, but we just watched it for a bit because we wanted to see the fireworks, and we were trying to race around to where the merry-go-round was, but the merry-go-round was on the other side of the castle. And you're like, fuck, they closed the moat, and if I went that way, that was literally the most stressful part. Was part of the park gets closed just so you have to walk around it, and then more roads are closed, and you're just like, god damn it, Disney. Like you're so mad because like you were just fucked. You have to like see the fireworks show or the light thing. But we saw like the genie in it, and that was cool. So I was like, I got the genie, man. We could just go back to the fireworks. Because I was like ADD as fuck during this part, during this like 8:30 to 9:40 segment of these 2 things coinciding. Like fireworks and cannons are shooting off as we were leaving. A Pirates of the Caribbean boat came out on the lake. It was like like Peter Pan swinging around. I'm like, I want to see that, but like fuck, I can't even handle this. We got to get to the fireworks. This is ridiculous. This is just
sounds good.
So much fucking happiness.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's the happiest place on earth. But
I talked way too much this episode. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. We should, if we want to watch this movie, we should do it now.
We're going to watch Iron Man 2 because Infinity War is coming up. Did you like your present?
I love my present.
What was your present?
Myles got me the Infinity Gauntlet. It's I can't talk. Infinity Gauntlet coffee mug with the jewels and the crystals in it. in a shell with my name carved in it too.
The heart.
But I love the mug though. I love that mug.
I'm glad you love it, babe. I'm gonna
Love
bring
it.
the Doctor
Thank
Strange
you.
one, and we'll bring in something to drink.
Yeah. We're gonna be.
I'll probably have a heart attack or heartburn, whatever happens in the movie theater.
We're
When
gonna be turned all the way up to 10.
That's not till next month though, so we still got a while.
Until next.
So we're gonna watch Iron Man 2 right now.
We're gonna watch Iron Man 2
You guys aren't a part of it, but you can watch along at home, I guess. That's so lame.
because we love you.
Thanks for tuning in to the Fortress of
Solid.
Dudes. Wait, we should just you say it. The Fortress
The Fortress.
of Solid.
Dudes.
That's so lame.
We should say dudes together.
We just say it at the same time. The Fortress of
Solid Dudes.
Subscribe on YouTube. Please
Do
share
that
us.
again.
I have no idea.
The Fortress
Of Solid Dudes. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to me just babble about my vacation. I got to get that out of my system because it's like when you see a couple on Facebook and they're like, "Oh, we're in love," and they get like 100 likes, and then all they do is post about that shit because it's sweet. But then it's like, we get it, you're married or whatever the fuck. Stop. You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
I realize that that's the same syndrome of this vacation. At some degree, no one gives a fuck about me going to the happiest place on earth because this world sucks for everybody else. So thanks for listening to me go freaky about it.
Yeah, it was cool.
Also, I guess we'll really talk about Ready Player One when you hopefully see it.
Sure.
Oh, fuck.
Ha ha ha.
Peace.